going green flag racing here in Mod Kart.
Well, we already got contact in turn number 1. Everyone's still coming through clean. It's an HBI truck already out front.
Oh, we got
body panels flying all over the place.
Tough blocks
first
flying
turn.
in the air. It's chaos out here in Mod Kart. These things really fly. I mean, talking about it before, but this is the class that's given us drivers like RJ and Ronnie Anderson, Haley Deegan. They all came through Mod Kart. I mean, you want to talk about a great fundamental basis, it's here. And wow, we got a bunch of bumping and banging there in the gravel pit. Look at that silt. It was almost like Baja silt blowing over the top, Ryan.
Well, you're talking about legends that we were just talking to. These are the legends in the making here. What a great opportunity for these kids to have this venue to go and showcase what they've got.
Yeah, and you're right. It's only a stepping stone for all these drivers. Gasper up front, he's just been really, really fast all season long. And when he got the clean air, he normally laid down some fast laps. And right now, running a close second, trying to stay within striking distance.
Looks like we got a pretty big gap here between third and fourth place.
Yeah, it looks like Gasper and Holcher stretching things out on the rest of the field. Holcher, you got to wonder, this kid's got some endurance. He just won a world championship in UTVs. Here we see him 20 minutes later. He's behind the wheel of a Mod Kart.
Yeah, he'll eventually reel in our leader. Just takes a little time. The little moisture still on the track, but what better way? You just came off a win. You got to see what the track did 20 minutes ago. So it's not going to be much different. So Johnny, he'll let that track come in a little bit more to his liking, and he'll keep hunting down Gasper.
Jim, you're talking about the dust. You got to think about this. This is not necessarily something that these guys are dealing with all the time here at this track. The conditions change, but I don't know. Is this dust a normal thing here?
No, it's not. You know, most of the time we've got some kind of rain and moisture in the track, and you know, and normally water trucks are non-existent here. We've seen the water trucks come out today and start pouring them on, but you know, this thing's really going to burn in. We'll probably have a blue groove come time for Pro 2 and Pro 4, but right now, this dust, this is not normal. So some of these kids may be seeing something. This might be the first time they've ever actually raced in dusty conditions.
Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, with a little bit of a breeze we've had throughout the day, it's not easy to keep the moisture in the track. Oh, Paige Rahanowitz in the 205. Edwards' collision ride is parked up against the K-rail. Not a good sign.
Yeah, tough break there for Paige. She's always one of those drivers who sneaks up on you. She'll just sit there and she's very patient, and by the end of the race, you'll always see her in and around that top 5 of that podium, but generally takes her a little bit of time to just kind of work her way through the field. She's one of those, I don't know if you want to call it a late bloomer as far as races go, but we've talked about other drivers who, they start out really slow, and by the end of the race, they're right there in the mix, and Paige is definitely one of those drivers.
Yeah, she really is. Time and time again, her and Zachary Rahanowitz, and I know at Bark River, they were testing some side-by-sides, trying to, the age group, you know, they're getting older, they want to advance and move up into another class, and I can guarantee you'll see the Rahanowitz team in side-by-sides in the next couple seasons. And this Mod Kart really teaches a person how to drive. I mean, you are flat out flying in these cars. I mean, we would have loved to have go-karts like these in the backyard. We probably would have hurt ourselves very bad, but we'd have learned a lot.
Well, and the terrain reading that you know, you get in the bigger cars with the horsepower and more wheel travel, you can kind of pitch them sideways and do anything you want with them. But these kids have to pay attention to what's going on the track to keep them from getting upside down.
Absolutely.
So right now, it is David Gasper leading Johnny Holcher in the second spot, is Sam Marquardt in the third spot. That is the running order here under caution conditions as we're going to go and reboot things.
How about a quick shout out to these course workers, man? Every time we get a car upside down or on its side, they're right there with the flags, making sure everything's all right.
They are. They always are on point. They know what they need to do, and they're all about safety. That's what's cool. You get 5-6 guys rushing the car. They're not touching him right away. They're asking him questions, make sure his bell isn't rung and he's coherent, and make sure everything's going on. And a lot of these cars, it's crazy. We've seen so many today roll over and then still keep on going.
Yeah.
So, you know, wonder if they're still there as a driver. Just float me over. I want to go again.
Well, you know, and that's one of the things, you know, we talk about how big this weekend is. I know it's over 300 entries. You know, we've got, you know, to say 50,000+ people through the gates. I know they're already planning on breaking records, but, you know, even us being, you know, hosting this live stream and, you know, the PA announcing, we've got an entire team of people behind us helping us. But, you know, to have 300 plus entries here, we have such a massive team of people from one end of this facility to the other that are helping to make this weekend happen. And I think a lot of times that goes unnoticed, but just some phenomenal people here at Crandon, in the raceway, that all come together to make an event this big happen. And I got to tell you, that's a huge undertaking.
Well, and the volunteer, just the fact that they're all here across, filling in all aspects. I was talking to the guys out there at the slip and slide, and they're, oh no, we got to go out and work on the track. They're participating, having fun, and also helping out.
And we're going back green flag racing here. It is David Gasper right now in the 1 spot, Johnny Holcher in 2nd, Sam Marquardt in the 3rd. They're already gapping the field. We're not even through that Yokohama barn corner yet.
It'll be interesting to see if the HBI rider Gasper can hold off his teammates. Actually,
yeah,
we got another
1, 2, 3.
Whoa, Holcher getting into the ruts. Well, look we got some banging pretty wide. Who is that? One of the HBI rides spun. I couldn't get the number on that one. They look almost identical. I believe that was Marquardt in the 290.
Gasper still holding on to that lead. Here comes Johnny Holger. Remember, we talked about it, how he got more track time. He just got to see the track develop, and it's going to play in his favor. I can guarantee you that. He knows exactly where he wants to put that truck.
Well, you got to believe, too, he's like we were talking about, watching what Gasper's doing, learning a little bit about where he slows down, where he speeds up, and going to strike when it makes sense.
Yeah, he has to do his homework, and that's what's so cool about this sport. You can't just go out there and drive around. You really have to think.
Well, and I think a lot of people, even from the grandstands, a lot of people watching at home, they see this and they think of short course tracks as smooth. But you get out there and walk it. This is rough, and it is rugged. And there we got a shot of the 219. That is Brooke Jensen. Looks like day may be done. There's the 276 there.
Look at this.
We got Holker right on the tail there.
Yeah, Holcher getting around Gasper. Gasper trying to get it back.
Holger driving it in deep, running that inside line, trying to feather his way through to the caution flag. Once again, the caution's out. John Holger did take over that top spot right now. Gasper, we know he's fast. Johnny was just taking his time.
So Holcher finally getting around Gasper, taking that top spot, looking to have back-to-back World Championship rings today. As that 244 currently leading, getting a lot of pressure though from that 276 of Gasper. Jensen there had that that contact in the first corner, lost most of the body, and this is not a good day for one Brooke Jensen. Try and get that cart pushed off. I love the way these things look, though, Ryan. They look to me like little mini trophy trucks or Class 1 buggies.
We were talking to one of the kids out there in the pits, and he was talking about how chain let go, which they may look like trucks, but they're chain driven. They're not trucks. It's cool to see the kids. I was talking to them and noticed grease under the fingernails, and in today's world where so many people are not doing stuff with their hands and are downplaying the labor and whatnot, to see kids working on stuff, there's nothing better than that.
That's the fun part. They're learning every time they're putting their hands on something.
Well,
oh, grab me that wrench, grab me that. Why is that spindle that way? Why is that shock work that way? And then when they get to be a CJ Greaves, a Kyle LeDuc, Bryce Menzies, they'll understand the truck and they're going to be that much better.
Huge advantage. And talking, about guys like Rob McCachran, who grew up working on his own cars. When you can take stuff apart and put it back together and have driven the car and see what you're doing with your foot on the gas pedal or the brakes and visualize how all of that is affecting the components that you've touched with your hands, that you can't match that from an experience standpoint.
No, and I think it not only gives you appreciation for the car, but it gives you appreciation for the work that goes in, So every time you do bump a fender against somebody, you're feeling it going, oh, man, that's going to be 45 minutes of labor to fix that. Oh, that's going to be an hour and a half to fix that.
Yeah.
All right, so we're looking to go green flag racing. A couple of laps remain here in Mod Kart. It is Johnny Holcher currently leading. It is Gasper in the 2nd spot, and Easton Sleeper, Easy E, moving into that 3rd spot.
Yeah, Easton Sleeper with a good run.
And we got 2 laps. 2 laps left. Let's see what's going to happen here. Someone's going to have to make a move here quick.
Now look at Gasper getting all the way up on the back of Holcher, going way wide. Gravel pit, we've seen a lot of passes in this corner.
Watch Gasper, he's going to try to sneak back underneath Holger if he can get there.
He's going to give up a little, but he's going to gain the momentum as they go to the legendary leap. He's slingshot.
Oh, and he had to slam on the brakes.
Looked like Holcher just kind of did the block move
Brake
there
check.
on him.
Here comes Gasper once again, going to try to make that pass this time by. Holger doing a nice job doing the protected line, like I like to call it. Boy, Gasper, he don't want to go away. He's all over the back bumper once again. Had to check up.
Yeah, it looked like he got into the back of Holcher there. Gasper definitely faster, and this has allowed Marquardt in the 290 to get back into this fight.
Yeah, this is the wish and hope for Marquardt. He's got another shot at these guys.
So it's Holcher, Gasper, Marquardt, 1, 2, 3, and Marquardt getting a little squirrely there off that jump.
Just tank swapping back and forth. That's so sketchy coming off that drop off.
And Sleeper's actually back there sleeping. I don't think we can count him out yet.
I got Easton Sleeper, nicknamed Easy E. Looks like they got a new wrap on that car. It says 213, and he's got a big, I guess, mural of Easy E, looks like, on the hood.
Now here comes late on the brakes. Is that 290 and Marquardt going to take over that second spot? We're under the white flag lap one more time around.
I think this is going to get interesting here on this last lap. These guys are all really close.
Yeah, speeds are definitely very similar for our top 3 right now. It's the 290. That is Marquardt. So I had that spin, that big spill earlier on, battled back here to get into contention.
Dude, Johnny Holger, he better be playing the protected line, but he can't protect too close because you have a battle for second going on right now. Marquardt, Gasper not going away as well. Here we go. We're going to be 3 wide going in the gravel pit.
Wow, look at that crazy line there.
Super wide.
Going to try and pick up all kinds of momentum.
Watch this run.
Oh, the
Watch
door was slammed.
Again.
He's going to get around 1.
Can he make that other pass? They're going to be side by side again.
What a move with 1 corner to go here in Mod Kart. Johnny Holcher trying to hold him off. He's getting pinched in the middle. Is Holcher going to be able to do it? Slams the door. Johnny Holcher going to take the victory here in Mod Kart.
Oh, but his contact. Who got second?
Looks like Gasper just by a hair over Sam Marquardt. So it is Holcher, Gasper, Marquardt, 1, 2, 3. Easton Easy E Sleeper in the 4 spot. And Zachary Werhanowitz going to finish up in the 5th spot. Wow, that one down to the wire, guys.
Like we said, man, this is what the fans come for. They want to see that wheel-to-wheel action.
And look at this. We're going to get a replay of this finish. We have 3 of them in the mix there. Marquardt, Holcher,
went way wide.
Gasper.
Boy, Holger really checked up. He kind of bounced the truck a little bit, but he just got it turned enough to take the W.
God, that's a really close finish there between the 2nd and 3rd.
Gasper and Marquardt, there's no breathing room.
What a race here in Mod Kart. We are going to catch up with these 3 kids when we return here to the 50th anniversary of the Polaris Razor World Championship Off-Road Races here at the Big House at Crandon International Off-Road Raceway.
And make your way out of that Mod Kart, Johnny Holcher. It's so good to talk to you back to back. When we were down there for the previous race, you're like, Tiffany, I got another one going on. Walk us through that last lap all the way into the finish line. You almost went even 3 wide, kind of getting pinched in there. Walk us from your perspective how that last lap looked.
Well, it's crazy. David and Sam had super fast cars, and honestly, in my opinion, a little bit faster, but I was just trying to hold them off the best I could, and last corner I saw Sam on my outside, and I didn't know David was there, but good thing I came out on top. So wrapped up the championship, and that's 2 years in a row that we're number 1, so yeah.
Well, you got a smile on your face. I know that you've taken that championship, like you said, another one wrapped it up here. What does the future hold for Johnny Holcher?
We're thinking about Pro Light next year. Like my car, Sam's car, and Brooks' car, they're all for sale, and we want to move up to Pro Light and go to bigger and better places.
Well, you've done it here. I know you got to thank a lot of people for the 50th anniversary, bringing you here, putting you on that top place box again.
My mom and dad, my grandma and grandpa, HBI, Renard's Cheese, Mod Kids USA, KGB, Action Sports Canopies, Aaron, and my whole crew, Louis, Deegan, Karsten, Cody, and everyone else who helps out. Thank you.
Well, I've done it here. Nice job. Congratulations to you. Heading back over here to our second place, David Gasper. Look at that. You had enough time to bring out a cowboy hat. I'm really loving it. You know, there was quite a battle for second leading into the last few laps. Obviously, we talked to Johnny down there. From your perspective, how did that last lap look for you?
It was, the track was really wet, so I was trying to stay in the dry and not get caught up in the wet stuff. And I made a few mistakes, no doubt. John was fast. I want to give him applause for that. Yeah.
Well, I know you got to thank a lot of people bringing you out here. You made the second place box here at the 50th anniversary for Crandon. I know to you it might mean a little bit different. So what does the 50th mean to you?
50th, man, 50 years of Crandon, coming out here for my first time here. New car, super excited to bring home 2 seconds.
Well, I know you got to thank some people. Who are they?
I want to thank Kill Motorsports, Lone Kid Racing, Team Finish, the Holcher family for giving me the opportunity to race this, ITP Tires, Lucas Oil Products, and the Nugget Bar and Grill.
Well, you've done it here, and I think you're my newest favorite with that cowboy hat. Nice job, David, on that second place win. Heading over here to Sam. Where'd Sam go? Oh, there you are, Sam. We're going to come talk to you a little bit. You got that smile on your face. Like we were talking about, 3 wide going into that last lap, that last turn. From your perspective, what did it look like?
He beat me by a little bit. I knew it. Yeah.
Yeah, you were just pushing and pushing. There was a battle for second, for first, for third throughout the entire thing. But I also know that there's a possibility of you moving up next year as well?
Yeah, I might race with my dad next year and share the truck with him.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We actually wanted to ask your dad how he felt about turning over the steering wheel to you. How do you feel about having that steering wheel turned over to you, especially after the 50th?
I really like it. I like it a lot.
Awesome. Who would you like to thank, Sam, for putting you on the third place box?
HBI, Don and Jennifer, Louie, Deegan, my mom, my dad, my sister, James Classic Touch, NHC, McGuire Sports Bar and Grill, Todd's Custom Paint, Bryce, Jake, and everyone.
Well, you've done it here. I can't wait to see all 3 of you possibly move up soon next year for the 51st. A big congratulations to Sam, David, and Johnny, of course, for your top 3 finishers in the mod cart. And back up to you guys.